Hello everyone, this is a very overdue unboxing video. This is the Vytronix bagged vacuum cleaner model BGGC01. This was kindly bought for me by one of my viewers, Devon Clearwater, and I first unwrapped it in my Christmas Day unboxing extravaganza 2017. Can you believe it? And Devon had it all gift wrapped. It was in a lovely gift wrapped bag. You can go and check back on the video if you want to see what else I got for Christmas in 2017. So if Devon is still a viewer, thank you very much again, Devon. I expect Devon has long forgotten me, but if you still watch, Devon, please comment below. It'd be nice to hear from you. Here it is. Here's the gift you chose for my Amazon wish list. I've had a look at it. And I think I've switched it on briefly, but it was a long time ago. So I think it'll be okay. Hopefully. It's still more or less as it was when you kind of gave it to me in 2017. Deary me. Anyway, we get the instruction book. So we got lots of pictures. It's just quite a basic book. We've got a bit of colour, unusual to see a colour picture. I've just taken this out of the garage, so this book feels, it doesn't feel damp, it feels like it would benefit from being in a warmer house, and it's going to benefit from being in a warmer house. We also have, and I think I can buy bags for this. In fact, I don't know if I put a bag in. I'm hoping this is going to be okay after all this time in storage. We do have a reusable type bag here, quite small. It should open out a bit. So it's got a clip, and we can open the bottom of the bag. Let's have a look. No, there's nothing in there, so I haven't used it with this bag, but whether or not I have a feeling I might have bought some disposable bags for this. I'm not sure. We'll find out when I open it. But there is a lifetime bag that I suppose is washable. Let's quickly check. It should be washable. Dee. Ah, right. No, I think it does have bags as well. It's picturing a bag. Oh, it's also picturing the reusable bag. Make sure. Install the bag. Please note, blah, blah, blah. Oh yes, allow the bag to dry. If suction is not adequate after emptying then the textile bag, then the bag can be washed in warm soapy water and rinsed with clean water, but you must allow the bag to dry for 24 hours before reusing the machine. Right, so you can get disposable bags for this, which will make for easier dirt disposal. We have quite a short hose. We've got suction control on the handle. I don't think there's any sort of electronic control on this one. And yeah, swivels at the handle end. And although it's fixed here, I think it probably swivels when it's connected into the cleaner. And it looks like, can you take the hose out? I think you can, if you need to separate. Yes, in case you get a blockage in the handle, the hose comes off, pops back in. That's fine and dandy. Here we have the Vytronix branded carpet and floor nozzle. It's got a parking doodah on it, so it'll have a parking slot on the back, or at least, has it got two? We'll soon find out. So it's just a basic nozzle. It'll be interesting to see what wattage this is. Does this predate the EU regs? So quite basic nozzle. Got a little bit of a sort of squeegee thing at the back. A litre picker here at the front, foot operated pedal, we can press down, we get a brush at the front, oh, and then the squeegee comes down at the back. Right, so there's that for your carpets and floors. Oh, we get a metal wand. I've just seen the ratings, the energy label, so this is probably, well, it will be. It's when the EU ratings came. I don't know if it's the first what's the word? Can't think. The first phase, that's it. Whether it's the first phase of the EU regulations or the second. Because if you remember, it seems a long time ago, the first phase limited vacuum wattage. I don't know what it was then. Might have been, I can't remember, folks. I don't know if it's 12 or 1400 watts initially, and then it's gone down to 900, hasn't it now? So vacuum cleaners you buy now in the UK and EU are 900 watts or less. There's certain categories that doesn't apply to, but if it's a domestic mains powered cleaner, they normally have to stick to those limits. So here's the cleaner. Oh, it's very light. And we also get some tools. Look, they're still sealed up in the bag. So we get the upholstery / stair nozzle. And we get one of these. Oh, I haven't seen one of these for a long time. One of these little toothbrush crevice nozzles. So use it like this as a crevice tool. And then, oh, this is a blast from the past, isn't it, for my regular viewers? Look at that. Seen that on many cleaners, even some Hoover cleaners I've shown you have this little brush crevice tool. So we need to pop that back. I don't know if these store on board. Oh well, there is a doodah. There is a thingamajig. So I'm assuming, which way does it go? Oh, it just clips on, does it? Yeah, clips on like that, look. And then I assume, I don't know which part of the wand it will fit to. Well, it fits to that part anyway, but we'll see. It fits to the wand somewhere. Here it is in black and gold. In fact, a neighbour of mine has a car in this colour. It's hideous. I said to my partner, I said, that looks more like a colour you'd have in a vacuum. But yeah, there is a car. I don't know what type of car it is. Oh, there's a little bit of, tiny bit of plastic come off. I just, hopefully that's just something that's loose. It is very, very light. There must have been a more deluxe version, because if I can get the light right, you can see a little blanking piece here. So I'm assuming there may have been one with an electronic control. We do have a bag check indicator, the sort of piston type. We have on-off, automatic cord rewind, and look, I love that handle. This will be ideal for your car, for your stairs, because it is tiny, it's light, and I do like a handle at point of balance. So for stair cleaning, you can easily hold that, well, most people will be able to hold that in one hand while they're cleaning their stairs. Look at this, folks. Wow, look at that, the energy label's back. Well, we don't see this very often now on cleaners I unbox in the last couple of years or so anyway. It's an A rating for energy use using 27.8 kilowatt hours per annum average. It gets a D for dust emissions. We'll be looking at the filter or filters in a minute. It gets an E for dust pickup from carpet. It gets an A for dust pickup from hard floors, so maybe this would be ideal if you've got mainly hard floors, a couple of rugs, not for a fully carpeted home. It's 78 decibels, so it is under the 80 decibel EU limit. I think it's 2013 it says on there, which could be right. I mean, I unboxed it 2017, well, unwrapped it. So yeah, here it is. Is that the exhaust? No, that's not the exhaust, is it? Oh, the exhaust is that side, look. I believe that's where the exhaust, that's a bit unusual having the exhaust just on one side, isn't it? Because on this side, yep, no holes on that side. We've got wheels, and I'm assuming underneath, yes, we've got a swivel caster. That's your parking doodah for your nozzle. Your storage slot that'll go in, yeah. You'd normally have the wand and the hose attached as well, so you can carry it like that. So there's another handle just at the top. Is there a parking bracket? Oh, there is a parking bracket, look. So if we attach the wand, if you want to pause your cleaning, that will go in there, look. fully featured this little mini Vytronix vac. I wonder how well it's going to be. Not too noisy. It's under 80 decibels. So, let's have a look inside the bag compartment. Yeah, very small bag. Let's pull it out. I'll have to go to Amazon and see if I can buy bags for this still. I think you can still buy this machine or something very, very similar. I think it might be in a blue accent colour now instead of this gold. I'll have a look. If I find one, I'll put the picture up and I'll leave a link below. So whatever the equivalent of this is, as I said, you should still be able to buy it. No, at least it's a fleecy bag. It is small, but it's a tiny vac, so not suitable for a great big house. Suitable as your secondary vacuum though, if you want to complement your upright, or even if you want to complement your cordless stick cleaner. If you want something for your car, something that might be a bit more powerful on your stairs and upholstery and your nooks and crannies. I'll have to check. I've got a Henry here, just behind the camera, so I'll see if Henry tools fit the wands and the hose end. If they do, it means it's a 32mm tool fitting, so you'll be able to fit loads of tools to one of these. It probably is. So yeah, there's the bag. We do have a pre-motor filter. What were the dust emissions for this one? A D. So I think most of the filtering will be done by the bag, because that pre-motor filter, you can see through it, look. So that wouldn't really filter any fine dust, would it? I don't think there's any exhaust filter. This is where the exhaust air comes out of, but there's no sign that that comes off. I'll check the instructions and I will let you know if there's any other information to tell you. There's the motor just behind that grill. So we'll pop the filter back in, like so. Can we close it without a bag? Not really. That's good, unless can we fool it? Oh dear, look. You can fool the Vytronix into thinking there is a bag fitted and use it without a bag, but don't do that, folks. It's not worth it. Let's pop the bag in. Well, I'll be able to do a suction test and everything on this. I don't think I even had the suction gauge when Devon kindly sent me this. Chose it for my wish list. Right, so there's the bag. Nothing much else to see. We've got the underside of the bag check indicator. There we are. We're going to have to take this off, aren't we? Well, I'll take it off in a minute. I need a pair of scissors to remove the swing ticket. So let's pull out the cable. Take off the protection on the prongs. I don't suppose it's a very long mains cable. It's a thin cable as well. Ah, look. We've already got the warning, the yellow sticker and the red sticker, so you shouldn't really pull it out beyond the red, so I'll let it in a bit more. We didn't check the wattage, did we? It's very naughty of me. What is the wattage of this Vytronix? It's 800 watts max, 50 hertz. Do not immerse in water. Made in China for Vytronix Limited. Right. I'm assuming it is a very short cable, so yeah, but you know, if you live in a little apartment and you're on a budget, might be the sort of thing. Right, let's switch on. Don't think it will blow up, it might not even turn on yet. Oh, it's a bit noisier, I think, than 80 decibels. Well, no, it was... What was it? Was it supposed to be claiming it was 78? Did it say on the swing ticket? 78 decibels. In goes the doodah. So yes, as I thought, it does swivel. It's quite stiff, but it does swivel in the cleaner. It is a sweet little thing, don't you think? I do like the handle. It's just look, one finger I can lift this cleaner. Well folks, I've just been on Amazon and I can confirm you can buy bags for this, either paper bags or the fleece type bags, and this model is still available at the time of making this video for $44.99, but it's in a red colour. But apart from the colour, it looks exactly the same. It's RBCO2 bagged cylinder vacuum cleaner, 800 watts, high power motor, compact and lightweight vacuum and carpet cleaner, high filtration dust bag, removes dust, dirt and allergens, it says. You can also get a Vytronix bagless version in black and gold as well if you want to check one of those out. So Vytronix is still going. They do cordless machines as well, and possibly some others. I believe I've shown you a Vytronix carpet cleaner once, didn't I? Sort of a 3-in-1 type carpet cleaner. So yeah, there's definitely at the budget end of the market. But yes, I'll put a link below the video if you want to see the red version that you can buy now, and also a link to the dust bags if you've got one of these and want to know where to buy bags from. Okay, I'm going to take the energy label off, and then we'll give this a bit of a demo. I'll first push it along the carpet. I wonder what it's going to be like on the plush pile carpet. Okay, let's give it a go on my plush pile carpet. I think I'll start with the suction regulator fully open. Yeah, it's fairly short, even fully extended, so if you're very tall you might have to stoop a bit. Right, let's move you back a bit. Switch on. Oh, it's got a bit of a burny smell, but I expect that with a new vacuum. It's a new vacuum smell. Even after all these years, it still has the new smell. Yeah, with the vent open it was very easy, so I'm assuming with the vent fully closed it'll be a bit harder, but it should grip to the floor a bit better and obviously pick up better with full suction. Let's see. Yeah, it is harder to push. Not too bad. Not as bad as some. Still a bit of a workout, and because it is very short, I'm sort of having to bend over a bit, you know, put me back into it. I have fitted the tools on the upper part of the extension wand, so they're easy to grab. No dusting brush. I'll check, well, hang on, let me tell you. I'll tell you now, because I've got a Henry dusting brush here, so we'll be able to see if this is a regular 32mm push fit. Yeah, it goes on. Yeah, it's a nice fit. So if you've got a Henry, you can put Henry tools with it. I'm assuming then if the Henry tool fits onto the handle, it should fit onto the end of the doodah. Yes, so 32mm friction fit tool. So if you want to get a turbo nozzle for this, a regular 32mm one will fit, which will really improve the performance. Talking of performance, let's see what the sealed suction's like on this little Vytronix cylinder. The Vytronix peaked at around 66 on the suction gauge, but I've a feeling this cleaner has a suction relief valve somewhere on the body of the machine, because when I blocked off the hose I could hear air escaping. A lot of vacuum cleaners, whether they're expensive or at the lower end of the market, tend to have a little valve, a spring operated valve somewhere on the machine, so if it detects a lack of airflow, the valve will open, allowing air to still circulate, to still go through to the motor, because if you keep a machine blocked for too long, then it's going to overheat the motor and obviously cause problems later on. So that would only happen if you keep using the vacuum when it's blocked, but you should know there's a change in turn of the motor if you get a blockage, and you'll see it's not picking up. The motor's normally a bit higher pitched when you block the end, and if you continue using the machine with a very full bag, it may restrict the airflow, and you might hear the valve opening up on the cleaner. I don't know whereabouts it is, but I could definitely hear something going on. Not really sure. Sometimes you can see the valve on the outside of the vacuum. I think on the Hoover Breeze Evo upright I showed you fairly recently, that was the actual suction relief valve was, I believe it was just above the lower cord hook, but I can't see where it is on this one. Another little thing, I mean, this is a fairly generic vacuum, and I've seen this on many different branded budget priced vacuums, but it's quite a nice little feature. It is made of plastic on this one, sometimes they are fully metal, but there's this little plastic roller on a metal axle, so it just means when you're pulling out the cord, it's not cutting into the plastic. I've got a few older machines that have been used a lot, obviously, and when the user has pulled out the cord at an angle, you can see little gouges in the plastic where it's caused damage, but little bit of a roller there stops that from happening. We'll just try out the automatic cord rewind, see how effective that is, and then I think we'll put some dirt down and test out this little machine in action. As you can see, I've put down some mess on this dark grey rug, which will show up a lot better than on my cream coloured carpet. So let's give this little Vytronix a go. Obviously I'm going to have it on full power with the suction regulator closed, and the carpet and floor head is on the carpet setting. Let's see how this little cleaner copes with this big mess. Considering the amount of dirt I put down on this rug, this little Vytronix hasn't done bad. It's left some hairs. I can see some of my dog Daisy's hairs left. It needs a bit more rubbing and scrubbing, and there's a few little bits I've missed, but there was a lot of dirt. I'm going to just do a little experiment by taking off the supplied head. I'm going to fit a German-made head onto this. Oh, you can see, look, on the underside of the head, some of the hairs, they would eventually end up in the bag, but they've just stuck to the underside of the nozzle. So I'll get a German-made Vesselwerk head, 32mm fitting, and just see if it grips the carpet better and gives a better finish. This is a metal-based head that I expect costs around half the price of this cleaner, so it's not really worth it. If you want a cheap budget machine, you'll be quite happy with the head supplied. And I put down an awful lot of muck on this carpet, so for a small flat or as a secondary cleaner, I don't think you'd need to use anything else. But as I said, it's a 32mm fitting, which is very common for vacuum cleaners. If they're just a friction fit like a Henry, you can fit a Henry head to it if you want to, but I thought I'd try this just to see if it picks up the rest of the dog hairs. It's quite big compared to the machine. There's no denying that this floor head feels a lot nicer to use, and it glides over the rug much easier than the plastic based one supplied with this little Vytronix. But I think you can see, and this happens with even expensive straight suction vacuum cleaners. This has happened with Miele's, Seebo's and other premium brands. If you got pet hair on the carpet, and we couldn't see the pet hair specifically when I had all the muck down, but it picked all the muck up but left all the pet hair. You can see, look. So for pet hair, unless you really rub and scrub, I mean, this one's probably a bit better with its 2 litre pickers, although it still was just moving the pet hair about. If you've got a home with pets and you've got carpet, you really need at the very least, a cylinder cleaner with a turbo brush, or even a stick cleaner, a decent stick cleaner, obviously with a motorized brush, or even an upright vacuum cleaner with a motorized brush. What I'll finish with for this part of the demonstration, if I can find it, I'll bring down my TurboCat turbo nozzle, which is a bit of a big daddy. It'll be quite interesting because it's probably going to be almost as big as the vacuum, but we'll see if we can pick up the rest of this hair using the TurboCat. This is one of the 3 TurboCat nozzles I've got. I've also got this one in a grey finish and a slightly more modern style in a gloss black. I got these when they were available from eBay UK at a very reasonable price. I'm not sure if the seller still has them. You can still buy them, but they're well over £100, and if you buy them in the USA, they're also quite expensive. I think these are under £50 when I bought them. But sadly, they don't have any more. I was glad to get them when I could, but look at that. It's a bit of overkill, isn't it? The TurboCat. You can almost hide the cleaner. If I took the hose off, you wouldn't be able to see the cleaner under this huge air-powered nozzle. Be interesting to see if this little machine can power this. Obviously, the bag is now pretty full, so it might have lost a bit of suction. But hopefully, this TurboCat will at least pick up all the dog hair from this demonstration rug. So even this tiny bagged Vytronix vacuum cleaner has enough suction to power one of these TurboCat nozzles. Obviously a bit of overkill using this with this. This costs more than the vacuum cleaner, probably about 3 times more than the vacuum, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to show you, but it's not the best setup, I think, really. Not for such a tiny little machine as this. I think you're far better getting a bigger machine if you've got lots of carpet. But I suppose in theory and in practice you could vacuum a larger home with this using a turbo cat. You could even carry this by your side while going around with the turbo cat, although the short mains cable on this would mean constant unplugging and plugging back in as you go, you know, from room to room. But anyway, just a bit of fun. To finish the video then, let's go into the kitchen, put a load of dirt down and see how well the Vytronix picks up dirt from a hard floor. After those demonstrations, let's take a look at the bag. I decided to use the reusable bag for the demos so I can empty it and clean it out ready for next time. So it'll be fairly full, I think. Got a bit of fine dust around the bag collar. Yeah, it's quite full, and yes, some dirt has escaped, as you can see. That's not very good, is it, really? But I think it's because I've filled this bag. I've picked up a lot of dirt in one go. That bag is full and there's nothing to seal the top of it. So yeah, it's leaked a bit of dust, but not, I think the bag itself is pretty good at filtering the dust. It's just, I think it's just escaped around the collar. So I'll have to get another vacuum cleaner and give that a bit of a clean out. Let's just tip it out actually. Yeah, a few bits have got past and it is quite dusty on the underside, but I have done a load of demos with this. Put too much dirt down, more dirt than you'd expect this cleaner to cope with in one go. If you're using this on a regular basis for cleaning your car or your home, your stairs, etc., I'm sure you're not going to get dirt spilling out, as long as of course you make sure you don't overfill the dust bag. Well, that's about the end of my review and demonstration on this Vytronix compact bagged cylinder vacuum cleaner. Not bad for around £45. If you want to check out the current price and availability, I'll put an Amazon affiliate link below. The model they sell on Amazon now, I would say, is exactly the same as this. Features and performance, it's just a red colour. So it's worth checking out if you just want a little machine, if you live in a very small apartment, or you want a second cleaner for upstairs, or just a machine for doing the stairs and your upholstery, taking outside to the car. For £45, I think it's very good value. I mean, for £45 you can buy a little cordless machine for the car and it won't have anywhere near the suction power of this Vytronix, but of course you do need somewhere to plug it in, so you'll need an extension cable because the mains flex on this isn't very long. I'll put the specifications below the video, the weights and dimensions and the cable length, etc., for you to peruse. Again, very big thank you to Devon for choosing this on my Amazon wish list. I know it's been many years since you kindly gave it to me, but finally I've got round to showing the cleaner on my channel. If you have any comments or questions about this compact little vacuum, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.